tell me if this is you. If you are a driver, you keep encountering red lights, so much traffic, and of course, annoying drivers everywhere. Like, why are they everywhere? Or maybe you take public transit, and again, there's stupid people everywhere. No respect for personal space or anyone who has personal etiquette. They're eating the smelliest food next to you. Oh my gosh, you're feeling Ms. You hate your morning commute, your evening commute, riding public transit. Or maybe neither of those options, and you just have anxiety about traveling, especially flying. So, I can help you with all of those because today we are talking about how to use the law of attraction to positively influence every single time you travel. Work commute, work travel, vacations, going to see friends, literally walking down the street. Everything you can imagine, having a calm and serene and happy experience every single time. Yes, it is totally possible. Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Rose and I am a certified face reader. What that entails is I use the law of attraction, everything on your face, your features and how it correlates to organs and emotions, and I use energy medicine, tie that all together, and we are working out some amazing things during your session. If that interests you, click the link below to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me, and while you're down there, please subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. This will be the last one of 2019, and the 2020 videos will be coming back January 7th. So stay tuned. All right, before I explain the super easy steps to use the law of attraction for perfect travel every time, let me tell you a hilarious story, or at least I think it's hilarious, but it's very relevant. So I'm a really fast walker. I do like to enjoy the sights, but where I live, I can walk mostly everywhere I'm trying to go. This summer, especially, I noticed that every person was in my way, walking slowly, literally just standing in the middle of the sidewalk. It was so obnoxious. Like, can you move? Do you see that I'm walking? Also, thank you for making me walk on the grates while I have heels on. Thank you. So, I was getting really bothered, especially because I live in a high traffic area, and this seemed to be happening more and more. So, I wanted to manifest that when I am walking down the street, people just gracefully move out of my way. I thought that would be a hilarious manifestation. It felt completely possible to me just because I know how energy works, and I will explain that shortly. So I set the intention, and then I forgot that I did that. I walked around a few more times. I didn't really notice anything. I just noticed that I wasn't feeling so annoyed. Okay, cool. There's a start. So I probably 2 months ago, maybe it was like a month after I set this intention, so I guess summer's over, I start walking down the street to my friend's apartment, and it is the middle of the day. There are a million people outside because it was one of those hot days that was seasonally hot, or unseasonally hot. Okay, I am walking down the street, minding my own business, feeling, okay, wow, it's so nice out. Like, yes, I'm so happy to be outside. I start noticing that as I'm walking down the street, people who I think were about to be my way are turning corners, literally stepping aside. They don't even see me because I am behind them, and they are stepping to the side. What else happened was this guy was crossing the street, and he was smoking a cigarette, and I absolutely hate the smell of cigarettes, and I just thought, ew, I hope he crosses the street. He literally crossed in the middle of the street. As soon as I thought that, probably 5 seconds later, he walked back across the street. I started cackling to myself because I could not deal with this. And I was walking for probably half a mile, and this was happening like I was in a musical and everyone was just dancing out of my way. It was amazing and hilarious. And now, since then, no matter where I am walking to, whether it's the grocery store, errands, whatever, I notice that people move out of my way even if I think they're not. They literally turn a corner all of a sudden, or they cross the street, or they walk backwards and are not in my way anymore. I cannot even put into perfect words how magical this feels to me, because yeah, now I can just gracefully glide down my streets in my neighborhood and everyone just flutters away. Okay, so if you would like that to be your experience, or maybe not, you don't even care about that, you just don't want your subway ride or your work traveling to be as aggravating, I got you. All right, there's 3 easy steps and then 2 bonus things that I do. The first step is I envision what I want. And you don't have to do this every single time, but try to do it the first few times just so your brain gets in the habit of it. Okay, so I'm going to use driving in a car for example. So I'm going to envision that every light is green. People are so polite, letting me change 8 lanes so easily. I am getting off the ramp so easily. There's not as many cars on the road as possible, or as usual, and I am making amazing timing, and I am not even speeding. Yes. Okay, so that's what I want to envision. It feels really great. I see it. Okay, I decide. I envision it. It's done. Already happening. So if you have any resistance to this, this is step 2. Look at any resistance, such as, that can never happen, I don't know how to do that, I don't get how energy works, why would that happen to me? Because my experience has been that I'm always running late, running into traffic, and people are just jerks. So why would this all of a sudden change? Okay, look at all of those and then turn it into a positive statement. So if you are saying people on the road are just jerks and terrible drivers, say everyone on the road is so polite and amazing drivers. Okay, so include that in your envisioning for step 1. So do that with all of those statements and start letting them be real. Number 3 is to let it go. Forget about it, stop thinking about it, because when you obsess with something, if you've ever done this before, you notice that it doesn't really come to you and you're still obsessing and you're kind of like building up this anxiety that you don't need, especially in this, because we're trying to have the opposite of anxiety. So those 3 steps, it's super easy. Okay, once you do that, before I leave, especially when I'm flying, because sometimes it can be crazy out there, I always say a blessing to myself. So if before I leave I say, my travel always unfolds perfectly. My travel always unfolds perfectly. This is already wired into my brain, so I don't even have to say this now. However, if you have travel anxiety or fear, you can also say, I am safe, I am divinely protected. And also I like to say a little prayer along with that, especially if you believe in a higher power. It always just makes you feel that sense of calm. And also, if you're always running late, an affirmation for you is, time expands for me. Time expands from me too. I create time. One time I was running very late. Well, I was about to be running very late, and I had 5 minutes to get somewhere that would take me 15 minutes. And I just kept saying, okay, time expands for me, I create time. I got there in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, I was not speeding. Like, if you've ever heard of that time does not exist, it's one of Albert Einstein's theories, and there's all of these alternate realities. I'm not going to go into the whole detail, but if you keep that in mind, you can actually believe that you're creating time and it's an illusion. So if you are always running late and you don't like that mantra, figure out something that works for you, such as, I always arrive on time. I'm always 5 minutes early. Who cares? As long as it works for you, do it. Okay, so the last step is to shift your focus. So usually why you're getting frustrated is because you're noticing that everything about your travel is obnoxious. You're noticing that all the people are just crowding you and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so shift your focus from noticing that to notice what's going right for you. Oh wow, you got to the train 5 minutes early, and now you have time to listen to your music or read 5 minutes in your audiobook. I guess you wouldn't be reading an audiobook. Okay, you have 5 minutes to read something. Or you notice that people start letting you into the lane really easily without you having to wait or cause a traffic jam behind you. Or you notice that when you're in the line at the airport, everything is moving so fast. So if you have pre-check, then the line at Starbucks there's no one in it. So creating little scenarios like that when you're doing step 1 for the envisioning, and then looking for them as you are going about your travel to really synchronize the whole process. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your travel experiences, and also because it is almost Christmas and almost Hanukkah, I have created a free meditation. It is under 5 minutes and it is called Travel Bliss. So if you cannot get into a blissful mindset by yourself, listen to this meditation. It's a guided meditation, so it's me speaking with some music before you travel, and hopefully it will put you in a calm state of mind. That is all for me this year and this decade. Oh my gosh. I am wishing you an amazing rest of the year and sending you lots of joy and love because you deserve it.